I decided to make this repair video because I couldn't find one on YouTube, but I saw that my problem was shared by some users in different forums. In the descriptions will be links to the resources I used to research this repair before I started, and a special thanks to Puma on Mazda247.com who helped me through this repair.
Here is my 2014 Mazda CX-9 Touring Edition. A fantastic car, but 5 years in it's starting to cause me some problems. There's my dog Bolt. He's going to be helping us with this repair. Let me show you what it is that we're going to do. A couple of weeks ago, you can see that this four-wheel drive light went on, and the code right there in the screen about what that was, and I'll show you what the problem is underneath the car when we get there. So here we are underneath the car in the back. Here I have the transfer case right here, and ahead of it is what Mazda calls a coupling unit, which is right here. And did some reading online and found out that actually that code is being given off because it's kind of bright. There we go. Because this wire right here has come undone. So literally, that one wire is what is causing the four-wheel drive not to work. See if I can't get a different light in here that isn't so direct. You can see up there that there's one wire that has come undone out of the bell housing. So the plan is to remove the front of the coupling unit, take off the drive shaft, remove that, and repair the wires. So I'm going to set us up and see if I can't get that done.
Alright, I just want to give you a little bit of background on this. I took the car to a dealer once the light went on because I still had it under warranty, and the dealership said that because the wires were corroded it wouldn't be covered. They did offer to repair, or actually replace, the entire differential for $3,000. I showed him it was just the wire, and he said that they didn't fix differentials, they would just replace it outright. So I then took it to a transmission shop who specializes in working on these types of things. They offered to either replace it with a sub 2,000 mile differential for $1,600, or they'd do the repair that I explained to them with the wire for $1,000. This repair can be done for under $100 in materials and took about 10 hours total. And if I did it again, I could do it in half that time. So let's recap. Alright, I apologize that I didn't record the removal, but as you'll see, it isn't too difficult. The first thing you have to do is drain the rear differential fluid, and then here it is, the coupling unit that you saw from under the car earlier. So after removing all the wires and draining the differential fluid, I removed the bolts connecting the drive shaft to the coupling unit. It's just 4 bolts. And you can see that these bolts are a size 14. There it is. And once you've removed those, just put the drive shaft to the side. Then the next step I did was that I loosened the coupling unit from the rear differential by going around the housing and removing all the bolts in that circular pattern. As you can see on my jig over here, that circular pattern of bolts holding the bell housings together uses a size 12. And then also, these larger bolts are what use the support arms and rubber bushings to hold the coupling unit to the frame, and they take a size 17. So it's really just 18 bolts to remove the entire coupling unit. Now it's important to make a jig like this because it keeps everything tidy, but also the bolts at the 4 and the 10 position are about a half-inch longer than the others. You can kind of see I'm pointing them out right there. Again, it's reversed, but looking at them head on, the ones in the 4 and the 10 position are longer. You'll see that where they go into in the rear differential, but just keeping everything in the right place will make things easier at the end. And in the other video I didn't show this, but the last of the bolts that you'll need are the ones that go through the rubber bushings for the support arms that attach to the frame. These ones are going to be a size 18. Now over here you can see a little marring where I pried the 2 aluminum housings apart. Use an oil pan cutter tool to minimize damage, but it shouldn't affect the new gasket I make later on. You can also see some of the leftover real differential oil dripping out, and it smells a little like cat urine, so I'm sure it was due for a change anyways. And finally, here you can see where the wire corroded. It goes through a rubber gasket and activates that solenoid. In the next video, I will show how I soldered the wires back together to make the coupling unit functional again.